What's up, y'all? It's your favorite sports chica, Carolina Teague, and this is episode, I think we're on 63, 65? We lost count, but we're well over a year now. We've been here for a while, coming to you live every single week, except for last week. Last week, I was going through it. I'm still going through it, but I'm still here, and I love talking about sports with you guys. Welcome back to A League of Our Own. It's another Manic Monday. When I say Manic, I really mean that. I have a special guest with me, if you guys don't remember her. The first black woman to have a sports radio show in San Antonio. Her name is Queen Janae Nicole. How you been, girl? How you been? It's good to have another radio host. You already know what it brings to the table.
Right, we know what it does. I'm glad to finally be on your show, Boo. I'm like, come on, I was been waiting. I'm like, let's get it. I know we always have a good time. I go back to the last time when you were on my show. You would put your Lakers hat on and you gave them the business. I was like, I'm like, you might have to jump over to this team. But I know you loyal to your Spurs. You loyal to your Spurs. So I'm repping the Spurs tonight. You know, I live in SA, so I'll do it.
Yeah, you know what? Really, what I really love about you is that every time you talk about sports, you always rock one of your best hats. And today you have the Spurs. Repping San Antonio. I love it. And we got a lot to get into today. We're going to talk about Coach Prime, Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce, and Victor Wembanyama. But I do want to talk briefly about why I will never do a magazine ever again. And I don't know how I should even start this. I guess I could just say that, there's some things that unfolded.
Right. Clearly.
There's some things that have unfolded with me, and I didn't put it all over my social media, just on my Facebook page. But if you guys are watching, shout out to everybody watching live on YouTube, on Facebook, on Twitter, everybody. If you guys are here, please comment. We'd love to hear your thoughts. What happened to me was that I was on the cover of a magazine, and
Great timing.
And it was supposed to be a fun time for me, but it went south not pretty quickly. It took almost 2 months to go south, but I, was offered the cover of a magazine. I was very excited about it. It was like one of those Selena Yolanda situations. My name, image, and likeness was used, and then I started having people who support me coming out, and by the way, I put a lot of hard work into that cover. That magazine did not pay for anything that I did for that cover. I hired my own team. I used one of Guyland's good friends, Kirsten. She was like, a Fashion Stylist of the Year award. What is she? Her credentials,
Kirsten?
3
years in a row?
Yeah, she's been Fashion
Stylist of the Year for a couple of times.
Yeah, a couple times. And she also, and she did an incredible job putting all the pieces together. Yeah, she styled me from Deja Chanel Boutique. Deja Chanel Boutique is also just won the best boutique in Texas this year. So it wasn't like we took this project like a small project. We took it really seriously. Right. And I also hired a photographer, makeup artist, all that stuff, because my goal, I didn't want to make any money off of this magazine. They were an up-and-coming magazine, and the way that it was pitched to me was that we're trying to lift up Hispanic voices in our community, and we want everybody to, lift each other up. And I thought that this was a great concept. I was like, well, why don't we just knock it out the park with this shoot, the article, tell my story, be vulnerable, and it just sounded really good. And I was connected to this person via somebody in the industry who is well known in our community and who has big media connections and knows a lot of people. So it's not like I ran him on the street. It's somebody referred him to me. I thought it was a great idea at the time. And then I started getting messages that, things weren't going as they should. And when that happened, I started getting messages that things weren't okay. And as that started to happen, I started reaching out to people, and I was like, I started reaching out to the magazine, and I was like, hey, what's going on? Where are the magazines at? And they had told me that they had some challenges with their budget, which is completely understandable when you're a small up-and-coming business. There are going to be some challenges, you know what I mean? So that's understandable. I can get by that. So they had basically said, we promise things are going to be out by the last week of September and no later than the first week of October. So I was like, okay, great. Great. It's going to be out. And so I let it go, trusted that their word was good, and just went about my business. I'm really busy. I do wrestling. I, do all these things.
Got a lot going on.
Yeah, I just like, okay, you got it. This is your job. You got this. You good, cool. Because I did my job.
I showed up and showed out.
I showed up and showed out. Now you just got to deliver the magazines to the people that support me. So, then in the middle of October, a couple days ago, I got another notification that alarmed me from somebody who purchased a magazine, and they said they never received it. And I immediately, just thought, like, this doesn't feel right anymore. This feels not good. And I was hurt, right? I was very hurt because I knew that I just knew something wasn't right in my spirit, that it just didn't seem right. So at that point, I had asked what was going on, and rather than tell me the truth, I could have accepted.
They lied. They lied. They damn lied. They damn liars.
They lied. Rather than tell me the truth and just be honest, and they could have easily said, hey, we've been so busy, we forgot to order them. We'll get them out as soon as possible. I was told that, hey, we've been in communication with your people. They just haven't wrote us back. And then when I got the screenshot saying otherwise, I got really angry. And once I get angry, it's hard to calm me down.
It is. I've seen you.
It's hard to calm me down. And but I was also really hurt because I was like, all you had to do was be honest.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then as I started digging deeper and trying to get answers, reaching out to who I thought was the team, they started saying to me, we don't mess with that guy no more because we're repairing relationships that he messed up. And then I spoke to other people, and they were like, hey, he promised me this and didn't deliver this.
Yeah.
And so things just started to unfold. And then I was like, this sounds very... just doesn't sound like something a normal person would do. So then, of course, I'm a crazy Latina, and we turned it to the FBI, and I ran a background check.
There you go. Because we got to check his credentials. Like, let's really see what's going on.
And then I ran the damn background check, and I found some stuff that wasn't good. And that's when I said, this is really bad.
Yeah.
And this person had my family and friends' addresses, and people change. And I was talking to this with Guylan. We can't hold people's past against them. I have a past. Right. You know what I'm saying? I have my own past too. Yeah, I'm not a perfect person. We all have.
Didn't you used to be a stripper?
Yeah, I was allegedly a stripper back in the day.
Allegedly.
But I
throw that in.
I was allegedly a stripper according to some people on Twitter. So I have my own past. So it's okay to have a past, but when your present is kind of mimicking the pattern of your past, then at that point I gotta kick you in your ass. And I gotta warn I was like, look, you could get over on certain people because I had put the pieces together. He had gotten over on certain people. You could get over on certain people. But when it comes to my fans who I love and my supporters who I love, my family, people who took their hard-earned money and spent the time to give them the money, that is when I have a problem, and that is when the gloves come off. And you are going to see a side of me that you've never seen before, because as a woman in this business and woman in this industry, Janaea, you know firsthand, Guylan, you know what I've been through. Y'all know firsthand the things I've been through. I don't never come out and speak publicly in full detail of the way people have fucked me over in this industry. I don't do it because I kind of give glimpses here and there, but I don't go into full detail on the things that some people can do. But when I'm vulnerable with you and I tell my story, and in return, you lie to me, and I'm starting to think that you might try to get one over on my fans and my supporters, that's when I'm always going to have a problem with it. So then I had to, kick him in his ass real quick.
There you go.
I said, I'm going public because I was like, okay, if this is true, because he was telling me he had bad issues, bad batches. I was like, if this is true, send me the receipts and I'll shut up. Yeah. I'll let it go. I waited almost 24 hours. Yep. I had no receipts.
Nothing.
He sent me nothing to prove he had paid out of his own pocket. He sent me nothing to prove he had 3 bad batches, anything out of his own money. So I was like, look, now you're trying to call my bluff because you're going past my deadline of refunding everybody. I'm still going to go public because you're not trustworthy.
Right.
And because of that, I went public. I kind of feel bad a little bit. I'm a little hurt that I didn't even want to do this.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I also have to let people know, anybody in our community, if you think you can get one up on me, yeah, you might get the best of me sometimes, because that's happened to me before. In life it has. But if you think you could get one over on my supporters and my family and my friends, with my name on it, it's not going to happen. And then I also had to say something, because what if somebody, said that I was part of this scheme?
Right.
So now the magazines are finally getting delivered as of today.
Okay.
It's getting taken care of. But it shouldn't take for me to threaten you and kick you in your ass verbally for you to realize that you didn't do the right thing.
Right.
And you didn't communicate. And not even not communicate, you also like blatantly lied to me about what was going on.
Straight up lie.
So what are your thoughts, Jay?
Man, when I saw you got Yolanda, I was like, what is going on? Because the initial, like, when you put it out, like, back in August, hey, I'm going to be in September, and I'm like, oh my gosh, she bodied the shoe, you looking good, the makeup, the club. Like, I like when you was in the, corner store, which I was like, oh, get it, sis, right? So I was all happy, really cool. And when I saw the digital copy, I just kind of saw come on, I was like, okay, cool. But, like, it seemed legit. It seemed real. Like, okay, SA, this what we doing, represent for the Latinos, right? Like, okay, I got y'all magazine. So to see that it played out like this is just truly, I mean, it like horrifying, right? Like, you thought, that's your people, right? So we're supposed to be like, hey, we're going to stick together. We're going to do right. We're going to represent San Antonio. So for it to have to come to this and him not to be honest with you and say, hey, CT, this is what's going on. I didn't have the money, the funds, this, whatever. Just be honest, bro. Don't look like a sketchy crook doing this and that, saying, oh, these people didn't contact me. Oh, I had to do this. Like, why, bro? Just be honest and straight up with you, and it could have been handled so differently.
I would have handled it a whole different way. So I don't want people to get the impression that I just be calling people out if you work with me. Nah, it's if you're taking money from my people and not giving them anything in return, at that point, that's when you're going to see a side of me where I'm going to protect them first. And then I'm going to protect me. And then you going to have to, I'm going to throw you wherever you got to be thrown.
You going to land where you going to land.
You going to land where you going to land. Good luck.
Good luck.
Good luck. Good luck. Kylan, what are your thoughts?
Here we go. Uh-oh. Kylan, come on, big bro. What you got?
Sometimes you have to ask the question, why me? And is it my time? Am I ready for this? And sometimes we get ahead of ourselves because we want the clout. We want I'm on the cover of a magazine, instead of doing the due diligence before. And something didn't feel right in my gut around it. But I've learned with you, gotta let it go. Gotta let it go. And I'm not saying it's not I told you so, but just due diligence before. Because everybody wants a piece of you, especially in San Antonio, right? Everybody wants to figure out who you are, wants to work with you, wants you to do this, wants you to do that. And at some point, you got to take a step back and realize that all publicity is not good publicity. And that's the biggest thing. Just take a step back next time.
Now I want to cry, but I'm not, because I'm a gangster.
You're the G.
I'm a G.
From Chicago.
Chi-town.
Southside.
I want to, like, it's hard for me to already trust people. And, like, it's really hard, actually, for me to trust people in the industry. Not in life. I trust a lot of people. And then I feel like I finally I open up and I can't trust people. That's why I say I never want to do a magazine ever again as long as I live. This is the first time I did a magazine, and look what happened. So trust is a really tough thing sometimes. That's what I'm gonna say. Trust is hard.
Yeah. I mean, you were excited. It's your first magazine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, just going for it because, like, hey, let me shoot my shot. Somebody wants to do a magazine. You were vulnerable. You shared your story, you know what I mean, to getting out there the first time. And it's just unfortunate that, he handled it like that. But now and, move on to the next one. And next time, like Galen said, do your due diligence first, and
Yeah. Well, now he's trying to save face, so I hope he never does this to anybody ever again.
Yeah.
Or at least maybe.
But you can't. You can't even worry about that. Like real talk, you can't worry about that.
You're right.
Who cares?
Yeah, who cares?
You put your statement out there, move on. Somebody else get bamboozled. That's on them. End of story.
I agree. But like I said, what do you think about the trust thing, Guyland? Like, what's your thoughts on trust issues from this? Like, how do you heal? How do you heal from
therapy?
Come on.
Do we have a sound effect for therapy or something?
No, I had real bad static, so I had to unplug what we had earlier. My bad.
Okay.
No, just therapy. That's actually, it does need to be a sound effect. Therapy.
There you go.
That's the only way
everything.
to do it. Like, if you have trust issues, but see, your trust issues waver. Because you like, cover a magazine, fuck a trust issue, I'm on the cover of a magazine.
That's not how it went down. It's not
But did you think trust issues at that moment? But he had also talked to Brad at the Salvation Army, right?
We wasn't supposed to put his name out there, but yeah.
Why not?
Because I just don't want
He's in the damn magazine.
Oh yeah, Brad was part of the magazine too.
Yeah.
And that's who connected me. I love Brad. Shout out to Brad but Brad didn't know. Brad, you know what I'm saying? Like prominent people in the community, like those are the people that I saw attached to him. So I felt like, okay, if all these people, fuck with him,
It's legit.
Yes, he's legit.
Right,
Everybody
like,
fuck with him.
right, 'cause why
That's
would
why I
we
had to
want to? Is
publicly
that
say
real?
I don't fuck with him. So I had to say I do not fuck with him. I am sorry. I did the cover. I'm sorry this happened. I'm gonna try to make it right. I am gonna make it right with all the people who supported me, but like, even Andrew had a bad feeling. Really, Andrew? Andrew said he had a bad feeling when he saw it. Really, Andrew? Andrew's one of my best friends from college, and he too had a bad damn feeling.
So the question is, you don't fuck with the magazine anymore, but do you fuck with Coach Prime?
I do fuck with Coach Prime. Well, actually, do you fuck? Well, you're definitely fucking with Coach Prime, Guyland.
Listen, he's doing it different. He's changing the game. $20 million a game, sold out. They should be 4-2, but they're 3-3. Is that right, Janaea?
4-3.
They're 4-3 right now.
Yeah.
They're 2 games away from being bowl eligible.
Uh-huh.
But they face ranked teams. Their last 6 games or whatnot, I think 5 of them are ranked teams. So they should have won this game. Real quick, and I know we got some other stuff we want to talk about.
Yeah.
And I'm very curious what Janaea is going to say about this. My take on it is they don't know how to win yet. They know how to win. They know what it feels like, but they don't know what it's like to sustain the greatness. They thought they won that game at halftime.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It was 29-0 at halftime. They could not be stopped. Travis Hunter had one of the most beautiful jukes that we've seen this year in college football. Unfortunately, they don't know how to win yet. Because if they knew how to win, we'd be talking about them being have only lost 2 games.
Janaea, can I also throw this in before I get your thoughts too? Last year, Colorado was 1-8. So now they're 4-3. Do they not know how to win? And if they don't know how to win, should we give them a pass?
And they're competitive, real quick. They're competitive this year. So you can lose a whole bunch of games, but they're competitive this year.
Right. They're actually competitive. Coach Prime came in and he's changed the game. He's doing it different. It's like, do we believe? I think here's the thing. As soon as they won 2 games, we're already up from where we were last year, right? So if y'all just like, look, he got us 2 wins, it's going to be a process, right? They got rid of so many players. There's 80 new players that came through.
Right.
So to get all of those guys on the same page, get them to believe, do it, this way, right? It's a different vibe. And so I'm like, you got to give them time. This loss to Stanford that was 1-4, that should have been like a cakewalk, right? You heard Coach Prime say, you know what? They got complacent. As soon as I felt it going into the locker room, I knew it. I talked to them, but I don't think there was anything I could have said to get them out of it. They just were like, okay. They were like, all right, we got it, right? We just got to maintain. And they came out and they got spanked. But I'm with it. I'm like, hey, brush your shoulders off next game, right? Yes, you're coming up against more ranked teams, so get up for it, get hyped for it, believe again, right? You know how he did things at Jackson State. It's the same thing here. Let's believe. Let's get back to what we doing. Let's put a complete game together, right?
Yo,
it's
real.
Either we start slow and then we pick it up in the second half, or now we thought we were gonna put together a complete game because we came out firing the first. Like, it's always some issue. Like, everybody's not playing the defense, the offense, special teams. It all is not coming together. It's not gelling. So they need to do something and get it together. But I don't think it's Coach Prime. I think it's just the team, and like they got a taste of the flash, right? Because every celebrity is at the game, looking at them, watching them, you hype, whatever, right? But you got to go out there and perform, okay? You got Coach Prime is your coach. You got to show up and show out every game. And when y'all looking gas and letting a 1-4 Stanford team who's now 2-4 because they just took your lunch money, I mean, you come on. Like, just, you got bullied at the end. Like, I'm looking, like, I rewatched the clips or whatever. I'm like, damn, y'all just went to sleep over here.
Now, Janaea, let me jump in real quick.
Go ahead.
Everybody's talking about how bad Stanford was. But Stanford is a pretty damn good program.
Yeah. Traditionally.
They have stumbled. For them to come back from 29 points down is not a good look. However, this was not a scrub team.
No. But just like, you're going off what the record is right now, right? When you feel like, I'm coming into a 4-1, a 1-4 team, like, we should handle it. You know what I mean? That's what I mean. I'm no disrespect to Stanford because, again, they played lights out. The quarterback came back. In that first half, they only had 35 yards throwing.
No, 35. I know.
35.
Yeah.
So you were like, oh, they ain't coming to play at all. Okay, cool, Stanford. Right. That's why Colorado was like, oh, this about to be a cakewalk. We about to just go ahead and do what we do. And then y'all got punched in the mouth and had to go to overtime and lost it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hate that I had to, and those are all great points. I really hate that I had to stay up till 1 a.m. watching this damn game. Didn't expect it to go into overtime.
Yep.
I passed out immediately after the game was over. And I like what you said about complacency. I'm going to hold that right there because Coach Prime said afterwards that his team felt too relaxed at halftime. And they came out flat in the second half. And that's what made them blow the team. That would be something of like complacency. And I'm going to leave everybody with this quote on complacency. The tragedy of life is often not in our failure, but rather in our complacency. Not in doing too much, but rather in doing too little. Not in our living above our ability, but rather in our living below our capacities. Success breeds complacency. Complacency breeds failure. And that is why they lost. Because they were complacent. And complacency breeds failure. So, yeah, Coach Prime. Coach Prime. And that doesn't mean that Colorado isn't going to come back. But I know Guyland probably disagrees with me. And I know Coach Prime is their coach. But can we give them a little bit of grace?
Yeah.
They were horrible last year.
I think
nobody even gave a fuck last year. Honestly,
like Colorado.
They got a football. None of us were talking about Colorado.
More people are watching college football this year than ever before. Now we can chalk it up to Colorado, but I think a lot of people are giving them grace. I think people that play sports, have watched sports, is giving them grace. You got other people that are just talking because it's clickbait. I mean, you got to think about it. Their first 3 games were trending on Twitter like crazy. It's just one of those things.
Yep.
So, all right.
All right. So,
speaking of trending.
yeah, for sure.
Kelsey Swift.
Yeah.
Now, let me listen.
Yeah,
I'm a
set
dude.
that up. Yeah.
So, let me give my take real quick, and then I'll throw it to you all.
Okay.
I don't care. This is the biggest hot air piece of bullshit that we've ever been sold in the NFL. And Taylor Swift is kind of cool, I guess. She has some poppy hits. She's no Beyonce.
That's right.
And Travis Kelce is Travis Kelce. Like, I love Travis Kelce. I love who he is. I love his persona. And I'm happy he's got Taylor Swift. I mean, if that's going to make homeboy happy, then great. I just hope he doesn't turn himself into a song. But I really don't care. And it's hype for nothing. But anyway, all right, that's my shit. I even disappearing from the screen. Go ahead.
So, okay. Now, this whole Travis Kelce, Taylor Swift thing.
Yeah.
How do you feel about it, Jeanette? Because we were talking about it before the show started. Yeah. He has an ex-girlfriend named Kayla Nicole.
Yes.
She's a black woman. She wrote a love letter to black women. Mm-hmm. You read the love letter. You are a black woman.
Yeah.
According to you, you called him.
Look, Travis Kelce been my white chocolate, okay? When you hitting the Dougie, you giving him the stinky leg in his own, like he been my white chocolate. I'm like, okay, you got some swag to you. I see you, right? Man, he's my guy. He's on my team. I'm a Chiefs fan, right?
Oh yeah, you are a Chiefs fan.
I am a Chiefs fan,
right.
So all day. So, look, Kayla Nicole, here's the thing. Because I had found that relationship. Like, okay, you got you a black one. You got you a sister, right? When he won that first Super Bowl, she came, babe. They was all on the Instagram looking all cute, right? 5 years on and off. There was rumors that, I don't know, like, he made her pay for stuff. Or, I don't know. Just that because he wanted to make sure she just didn't want it for her money. Even though he went on a show and said, he went on the Pivot podcast and said, hey, she had her own money, her own right. I did my thing. But her open letter... it was really beautiful. It was on Instagram. She was talking and she's like, black women, we give us grace. Like, hey, she fell in love with the white man, right? And be Travis Kelce. I think people are kind of coming at her like, oh, you were the black girl, you went for the white dude, this and that, kind of coming at her crazy. And so she felt like she had to deliver that message. And it was beautiful and it was graceful. You know what I mean? Hey, it didn't work.
Did she say, what about the letter stood out to you? Because you're a black woman.
Yeah.
What stood out to you the most from that letter that touched you in your heart about that letter?
Yeah, so she was, the biggest thing I took away was she was saying, hey, I fell in love and that's okay, right? Because if there was the haterism of, hey, you dated outside your race or you dated this white dude and now look, he with the white girl, right? And you were with him for 5 years holding him down and now he, right? And I'm going to sit here and say this as an African-American woman. Look, my high school sweetheart was a white boy, okay? Like, I dated out of my race. My boo right now, he's Mexican, okay? I love my Latinos, my Latin lovers. But I get it. Like, she loved who she loved. And whatever transpired through those 5 years, they were together, they were a couple, it's over now, right? So the haters kind of coming in and saying this and that to her and, being in the post, you know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. But, I can see how... If I'm looking on the outside, and I don't know their life, I don't know their personal life, I can see how you feel shafted. You was with them on and off for 5 years, right? And now he didn't make you a wife, and that's, and now you out with T Swift, and the world is moving, right? And it's just, it's going to be hurtful anyways. Anytime you see, I don't know if she's in a relationship, but, now you see your ex-boo with damn near Taylor Swift, right?
Yeah.
So, that's just a regular chick, oh, shoot.
It's Taylor Swift,
I ran into them at the club, you with Taylor Swift. And, the media cannot get enough of it, right? The NFL, it's crazy.
Yeah.
The coverage. So, I just shout out to Kayla Nicole for putting her heart out there, speaking to the public, doing her Instagram post. I just really felt it and resonated with that. And there shouldn't be no hate or no love. She loved him. They had a relationship. It ended. It is what it is.
Why is she getting hate?
I don't know. It was weird. That's what I didn't really see that. So when she did that, I was like, okay. And then when in the letter, when she spoke about hey, I fell in love with the, and I was like, oh, they give you hate for that? Or it's the big thing, right? Like I said, she was with him for 5 years on and off. He didn't make her a wife. Now he's with Taylor Swift. So I think people are, but hey, you know what I mean? She was best friends with Brittany Mahomes. Living life, everything was good. So I don't know. But again, I appreciate her for putting that out there and just letting black girls know, you have a voice, you can be vulnerable, you can love who you love. And I just really appreciated that message.
That's a good letter.
Yeah.
That's really good. And my thing is also too, now that Taylor Swift's in the picture, I can see why she would get hate, because it's you're now he's back to white women and he might wife her, but we don't even know that.
Right.
We don't even know that because from what I heard, Travis Kelce's a player too.
Mm-hmm.
The thing that kind of, I don't really care about their relationship either, honestly, but it does kind of irritate me when I see the NFL doing promos when Taylor Swift is walking in the building to capitalize off of this shit. I'm just like, what the fuck does this have to do with the goddamn game that's about to come on.
But hold up. But who's not capitalizing for this?
Well, that's that's what I'm saying. Do they do that? I never seen them do this with like Cardi B or some shit. Like if Cardi B goes
they'll show them,
right, and then be gone,
yeah,
and
then
they'll
show you. Yeah, they show you
at
the
the
camera
game.
pans out. But for Taylor Swift, it's like Taylor's walking through the building.
But I'm about to throw shade.
Okay.
Letters to a Black Woman. Why was that not written 3 years ago? Why was that not written 2 years ago? Everybody's in this for the hype. I'm not saying the letter wasn't good. I'm not saying it wasn't necessary. I'm just saying now the letter comes out. So she ain't no different than the damn NFL.
No, she got to write the letter. Now.
But why did she write it 2 years ago?
Because
Because everybody's looking at it now.
No, because Swifties are crazy. Swifties
are basically white. So it wasn't a letter to Swifties.
No, the Swifties would attack Kayla Nicole. So she was getting enormous amounts of hate just for being the ex-girlfriend of Travis Kelce. Right,
but that was a letter to a Black woman, right?
Right, so
she's saying, yes. So it was like, hey, Black girls, it's okay to have fallen in love with the white guy. It's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to, you know what I mean? Basically, like, love yourself, right? When all this hate is coming at you, right? Yeah. So it was more that. It wasn't, I get what you're saying, like, oh, so because Black people are hating, but like, love yourself, Black woman. Love yourself, Black girl. It's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay that you fell in love with a white man. Like, you know what I mean?
Of course.
So just kind of taking that in as Black women, strong Black women. Like, we got to put it all on our shoulders and deal with everything. And we supposed to be tough all the time. Like, we can't, you know what I mean? Like, can we just be cool?
That's a whole nother show we need to have.
That's a whole nother show
we need to have.
I mean, that's what I took from it, right? Like, here's my moment. Let me be. Because, of course, you're the ex-girlfriend of Travis Kelce. All eyes are on you now because he's with Taylor Swift. Oh, who was
and it was smart for her to write the letter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was.
And regardless of what we think about the NFL, it was smart of them to do what they're doing.
And here's my thing. Like, Zero says she's already on the next Madden cover, and Joelle says she was getting attacked by a bunch of 17-year-old girls. At the end of the day, my thing is like, if you're getting attacked, it gets overwhelming online. You get attacked, so maybe she put that letter on there. Like, I don't care what y'all say. I'm a Black woman. I love myself. I fell in love with him. It is what it is. Right. Now he's moved on, whatever. But we've seen, like, even in the relationship, I don't give a fuck. My whole thing is, like, the NFL is really annoying me. That I'd understand if they showed the camera on Taylor and then moved the camera. But now we're getting play-by-play from the NFL. Just from the NFL. It's not like Entertainment Tonight is giving the play-by-play. The NFL is like, Taylor Swift's walking into the building. She's not playing tonight.
Right. Hello?
She's not playing. Why are we doing this for this pop star only? I don't know if they would do this for Beyonce. I mean, probably Beyonce they would definitely do it. Yeah, they would. They would. But if
Beyonce was dating, what's the quarterback from the Eagles?
Let's say she's dating, she decided to date like Lamar Jackson all of a sudden.
Oof.
Yeah.
That's real quick. Give her somebody cuter than that. Jalen Hurts.
That's why I said Jalen Hurts. That's why I said Jalen Hurts.
Okay, so Jalen Hurts. Yeah, that'd be a good.
Listen, Carolina can't pick a magazine. Obviously, she can't pick a good-looking Black man either. So,
don't do Beyonce like that. She already got.
And actually, whatchamacallit? Leave the.
They love each other. Black love. Hashtag Black love. Hashtag Black love.
Leave the dark brother alone. He's not that bad looking.
Who?
Lamar Jackson.
You the one who said he's ugly.
Don't sit up here.
I never said Lamar Jackson is ugly.
No, I said Lamar Jackson. He was like, I was going to say Jalen Hurts.
Well, no, that's because.
Come on, Guyland.
No. No, Jay-Z is ugly.
Hey, I said, but look, hashtag Black love.
Rich.
Truly, they billionaires, right? So she like,
that
look,
don't make no
somebody
sense.
on my same level.
Well, I
used to think Patrick Ewing was ugly as hell, and he got a pretty girl. Like,
I'm gonna have to look
it's all about
up.
the height
Patrick
and money.
Ewing?
Well, that's what. Okay, since we're on that, real quick before we get to the next topic, since this is a girl show, I'm sorry if y'all watch sports or whatever. Would it matter to y'all watching if a girl was ugly but she was filthy rich? Or for you, Jay, if a guy was very, very ugly but he was filthy rich and he wanted to be with you,
can ugly money buy love?
Yeah, can ugly money buy love?
Like fuggily. Like, cause here's what I think.
How much money we talking?
Yeah, how much money would it take for you to date an ugly ass man?
Like millions, right? Like, I mean, because usually there's some cute in everybody, right? Like, we all look different, but there's usually, right? Like a little something.
Hey,
put you in the right
beauty is skin
clothes,
deep, but
or
ugliness is to the bone.
We can put you in the right clothes. I mean, like how? Like there's this one dude. I'm like, man,
She
there ain't
said,
nothing they
"How
can do
ugly?"
with him.
Well,
He just,
okay,
oh.
Zero says personality doesn't matter. Christopher said it doesn't matter. See, these men are gentlemen. But let's just say
They lying.
no. Let's just say it did. Let's just say let's remove personality from the situation. We all got good personalities. All of us do. Everybody watching, we all got good personality.
Well.
Fuck the personality. I got a good personality. I know you talking about me.
Got a great personality, Kylan.
Good. How would you date somebody if they were ugly as hell, but they had a lot of money and they wanted to date you? They said, yo, I'm going to fly you in my private jet. I'll give you a private jet and we going to go fly across the world and I'm going to give you a couple properties.
Like, we could put if we dress them up, do we look a little, like, I mean, like, there's ugly, there's like ugly, I don't know. I mean, here's the thing. Women, let's really be honest in this. Women want security, right? So having a man who's financially secure, right, is a big thing. So, of course, how you see these old, ugly guys with these young women because they're like, hey, this man is financially secure and he can take care.
That's called sugar daddy.
Well,
that's called OnlyFans models.
Look, I'm just saying though. I mean, it's not like it's not being done. Could I do it? I mean, ugly but millions.
And I think Travis Kelce, and one of the main reasons why he with Taylor Swift is because she got bread.
Yeah, I think so too. Like he's like, man, you way richer than me, so we good. You ain't trying to take me for my money. We good.
Whoa,
Yeah,
no.
Yo, that's definitely why.
Travis Kelce got money.
But if you look at his dating history, he really don't be dating nobody like look like Taylor Swift.
Hold on, Guyland. Hold on. His yearly the money she's making from her concert is more than his yearly salary. Like his whole.
But he still got money.
But she got money.
Yeah, but what more can you? What more can you do?
Rich people want it all, honestly.
I'm like,
but what more can you do?
You with Taylor Swift? Like, damn. All right, she really don't want you for your money.
I feel like if I make $250 million a year and you make $250 million a year, you're never gonna be a gold digger with me. You gonna be all right. That's why I think he's dating her because she's on his level when it comes to money. Even better.
Yeah.
I don't think it has anything to do with money. I don't think it has anything to do with money.
I think money.
I think it has everything to do with the fantasy. You might be speaking for yourself.
The fantasy of
you projecting.
I might be projecting.
I want to be somebody rich. I'm rich, but I don't somebody who rich.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think Travis Kelce would be like, I make $30 million a year. Let me go find somebody who makes $180 million a year.
I'm not saying that was his exact thought, but this is what was said about the relationship with Kate. Like, this is about the finance thing, right? Because he wanted to make sure that she didn't just want his money. And even though he went on the Pivot podcast and said she did have her own money, she had her own career or whatever. So it's like, don't people saying crazy stuff like, I never gave her $100 or she didn't give me. He's like, we were in a 5-year relationship. So like, but that was the thing. Like, if he was really trying to make her, like, you know what I mean? Of course, when you're in a committed relationship, of course, oh, babe, I got dinner and we, you know, like just you're together. But like, that was he was over here being a little cheap. So I don't know, but I'm like, Tay Swift got the money, got the bag. You ain't got to worry about nothing.
So did Giselle do the same thing with Tom Brady?
I don't remember. Let me look at their divorce.
Giselle makes more.
Giselle made more.
Exactly.
Yeah, Giselle made
exactly.
more.
Or Tom Brady did the same thing with Giselle.
He was like, hey, I got somebody who got even more money than me, who's a supermodel. We good. She don't just want me for my money.
Yeah, and
which I do. Okay, I see what you're saying then. Right. So I don't think the money is it, but I think it's part of it. Right? Because what we're saying is like, I got my own, she got her own. I don't have to worry about that piece of it.
Right.
But I don't think they go in. Because again, Taylor Swift is not ugly. Giselle's not ugly. They a little skinny. They need a couple of sandwiches. Right. But they're not. And listen, Taylor Swift is cute, but she ain't the black girl he was dating before. Just real talk.
Oh, no. Kayla Nicole's way is
yeah, you see all the
but we all got our own types.
We do. It's an interesting.
Yeah, we all got our own types. You know, I think Kayla. Okay. I mean, everybody got different preferences. Some people like the Taylor Swift look. Some people like the Kayla Nicole
from that black woman to it's a. You know, usually you kind of like, oh, okay, but
you know what? If you saw my dating history pass, you'd be like, yo, what the fuck happened? Like. What the fuck happened?
Was that young Carolina though? When you was young, you probably was like, you know, we all fuck up when we young. We be thinking.
So they brought up Giselle in the comments and Tom Brady, and they separated an estimated $733 million fortune with an ironclad prenup. That's a lot of money. We're already talking about divorces. They haven't even gotten married yet.
Right? They're just dating.
They're just
dating. Having fun. However, when they were in New York this weekend, I'm just saying they was holding hands, but they didn't have them locked. They didn't have them like this. And I don't know, when you with your boo and you holding hands, you be locked, right? Is that just me? I was like,
I do pinky. I do pinky holds.
Like he's holding his kid's hand, like pinky hold kid.
I don't hold you at all, like zero PDA. You'll never know.
No holding hands.
Don't fucking touch me in public.
Touch me.
Really?
No, I mean, if I'm in love,
you strange.
If I had a mimosa or something, yeah, that might be real huggy.
Most people get divorced when they're not drunk anymore.
Okay,
I'm just saying.
Final thoughts on Kelsey and Swift, because we're scatterbrained now.
Yes, we are.
Final thoughts on Kelsey and Swift. Do you like it? Yes or no? Gylan, go.
It's interesting.
Okay, and Jay?
I'm going to say Travis still my white chocolate. I'm going to say love who you love. If you happy, I'm happy. If you like it,
even with that mustache?
Bro, get the beard back. It's starting to grow back, though. The beard's coming in.
The beard's starting to grow back?
I need you to come back and be my white chocolate.
Yeah, because he looked like, hey, little girl, you want some candy?
He's looking real sketch. Like,
that porn stash.
What do they call him? A trooper who will get you out of the car. All kinds of stuff they've been saying. But yes, please, Travo, grow back the beard.
Okay, Andrew says no. Y'all got to give us your final thoughts on Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift. My final thought is no. unless they get rid of that damn camera pan play-by-play that the NFL is doing with Taylor Swift as she walks through the damn building, then I'll be more open to it. But no, and Jessica Simpson did it first. Do y'all remember when Jessica Simpson was dating Tony Romo?
Mm-hmm.
And they said she cursed the Cowboys, but the Cowboys. Okay, all right, let's get to the final topic. I think this is the final topic. What are we talking about?
Wemby.
Oh yeah, Wemby. So our friend. And I feel like I'm bringing him up because I like how he said this. Our friend Michael Jimenez, friend to the show.
Mike Jimenez.
Coach Pop. Coach Pop.
Go ahead.
Coach Pop is sitting out Victor Wembanyama for
the
next game, and he had a tweet that got a lot of traction. Jeff Garcia from Ken's 5 said Spurs announced that Devin Vassell, Trey Jones, Victor Wembanyama will be out Monday in the Houston preseason game. And Michael Jimenez said, wow, Pop with an early middle finger to Spurs fans who spent hard-earned money for preseason tickets, especially after Wemby's recent game went viral. How do you feel about – do you think Pop gave – Spurs fans the middle finger by sitting out Wemby in the preseason?
I think Pop has been the king, started it all of sitting players out. But yeah, man, people are going to preseason because the tickets are cheap and they want to see Wemby if they can't afford the real game. It's like, maybe don't play him a lot, but at least, you know what I mean? I think so. It's preseason. Let's see what you guys. Let's see more of your fresh legs and everything like that. I think, that's rough, Pop. Like, I think you did the fans wrong. You should have played them, even if you played them for minutes. But like, people who can't afford the real games, are like, oh, preseason, these tickets are only $20. Dude, yeah, like, come on, play Wemby. People, the city of San Antonio is excited and pumped up, and they just want to see that 7-3 man, or what is it, 7?
He's 7. What the hell? I always forget. 7, 8, 7, 8, some shit.
7, 8, 7. Look,
he's
tall.
Like, I don't
look.
Stalk
He's 7
some. Like some people. He's tall as hell.
But they want to see that man dunk on everybody. Why you do that to them people, Pop?
Right now it's halftime. Spurs are leading the Rockets 52-43 without these players. So doesn't surprise me. Right now, Zach Collins has 18 points. Malachi Branham has 10 points. Who's, by the way, been playing an incredible job on defense. Getting a ton of rebounds in the preseason. He's doing incredible. So obviously, Coach Pop, by the numbers that we're looking at right now, sitting out Victor Wembanyama.
It's preseason. The fact that we even trying to commentate on this, Carolina Teague, is preseason.
What I'm saying is because people are saying Pop is giving the middle finger to Spurs. No, he's not. I mean, this is like the usual for preseason for Pop to sit people out. And for anybody, even in damn football, people get sit out during regular season.
Michael Jimenez likes being contrarian anyway, so
why
it's
even
not
bring
like
up? He's 7'4". Everybody putting the facts up. 7'4". See, this is why I like everybody. They got the facts like instantly.
7'4".
Because we but yeah, so 7'4". Oh. Joel Cologne says there's a wonderful app called Afterpay that will let you get game tickets and pay in installments, which is Afterpay is great. But by the way, just to let y'all know on Afterpay, because I am in mortgage, if you get something on Afterpay and you're trying to get a home and your monthly payment for Afterpay is like $150, they're going to add that $150 payment to your debt to income ratio. So if you're trying to qualify for a home and you give them your bank statements and that you show them that you have Afterpay or Affirm or Klarna, they're going to add it to your debt to income. So if your debt to income is already tight, I suggest you do not show them a bank statement with Affirm or Klarna, or you just don't get it at all. Now, if you're not getting a mortgage, you're good to go. So that's all I'm going to say about Afterpay.
It won't bother you. It won't bother you.
That's just a little
I forgot. People do that now, the payments. With
I
the
love
whole thing.
Afterpay.
Okay, that's how people was paying for the Beyonce tickets.
You didn't get your equipment. I told you.
Because you want me to spend $2 okay, so we're trying to do this every day, Jay. Yeah. And we're trying to, we need equipment at my house. Yeah. And Guyland sent me the list of equipment, and damn near he wants me to spend like $1,500 on equipment, which is expensive.
Damn Skippy.
And he said, get Afterpay for $1,500.
No. I did not say get Afterpay. They have financing on the site I sent you, ZZ Sounds, no interest. All you do is just make the payments. It's not Afterpay. It's not Klarna. It's not none of those. It'll probably look the same way if you're trying to get a house.
Oh, Tim is here.
But the question is, how do you want to look?
I know, and I get it.
Do you want to look like boo-boo? Or do you want to look like a polished turd?
Yeah, I mean, a polished turd. Shut up.
Polished turd.
No, I mean, really, like, you go. You'll see.
I wanna start doing the podcast daily, because it's time, and I want to fine tune my craft. I got a lot going on, but yeah, that's the goal. So I want to have you on soon. And is that all the topics we have? I think so, right? Okay, no, this or that. Okay. Oh, Joel Colon's going to opening day at Fenway Park. See, shout out to Afterpay. Roseanne Saldofal says Pop knows what he's doing. He did it with his best players before. Yeah, if y'all want to deny Pop, y'all is crazy.
Listen, Pop. When was the last time we really did anything? Like, how much longer are we going to give Pop?
What?
How much longer are we going to give Pop?
Before you fire his ass?
He won't be fired. But how long will we hang out with Pop?
I mean, obviously, till his contract. He has a contract right now for like 5 years.
Right. He just signed one.
You know what, Joel? Okay, yeah.
I'm asking for the fans.
5 years. He signed a 5-year contract. So minimum, we're going to get 5 years. But if he doesn't produce, I think the Spurs. First of all, by the way, there's I think it's like 10-1 odds. If you put in $10 right now that the Spurs gonna make the playoffs and they hit the playoffs, you get $100. You see what I'm saying? 10-1 odds. So if you put in $100 and the Spurs make it to the play, you get 1,000. Nice. So it's up for you if you want to take that risk or not. Okay. But I think giving Pop, I want your thoughts too, Jay, and I want to go back on the Nino Brown says, Tejano radio host Nino Brown is here, and he said, amen, Pop is sus now. Jay, how long do you want to give until you get fed up with Pop?
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. The fact that we let Becky go to the WNBA, I really felt like it was time for her to step in. But since Becky, went to WNBA, I'm like, all right, just letting them coach. Because who else are you gonna bring in there? You know what I mean? Are we gonna get an expert player to come in? We saw Timmy try to do a little something that didn't really, you know what I mean? Like, who's gonna come in and be the coach? So I think that's where right now we're riding with him. Like, I will say, not traditionally a Spurs fan, moved to San Antonio. I have always respected the Spurs. I have always respected the organization. I respect Pop. You know what I mean? He's a coach. The Spurs are the winningest team out of any professional sports. Okay, and that's due to him and his great coaching. So, I mean, let's ride with him for 5 years. Let's see what he can do to Wemby. Build him up. Let's see where they can get.
I think that they're gonna win something. I think they're gonna win something, and it's gonna happen in the next 5 years. Okay. I know might be.
Mark her words. Mark Carolina Teague on 10-16-23.
And I'm not saying that because I'm a homer, but I just feel like Wemby is the perfect person for Coach Pop to develop into a winner. And by the way, real quick, pivoting because I'm gonna talk about UJ before we wrap this up. Yeah. Joel says, do a podcast with a live audience. Side note, Guyland does podcasts with a live audience with Amzai show. Amzai show is the best show here at VodPod Media. So if y'all haven't checked it out, check it out. But he's done shows with live audiences. Do you think, Gyland, we should do a show with a live audience soon?
I talked to you about that at the beginning of the football season.
You did?
Yep, pizza company doing the pizza stuff there. And
but what about here
else.
in the studio?
Oh, we could possibly do it here.
I think if we did a live show here at the studio and everybody showed up, we would crush it. And we could have people come on and maybe give thoughts, but they gonna have to be on the side or something like that. You know, we're not gonna put you up front right away. But if you come in with some fire takes,
on that mic,
you might get promoted to Jay's seat. You see what I'm saying? We got mics over here where you could talk. We'll show your picture.
Look, you changed. I found something new.
We'll show. Ooh, I look like I got a tan. But okay, if y'all, that's a great thing. If we do a live show here at VodPod Media, we gonna put y'all ass in the corner. Andrew, we gotta get Andrew into through the handicap. We gotta get the handicap part too. Open it up. Yeah, we gotta get that open too, so that way everybody can come to the show. Mm-hmm. If you want to talk through the mic, you can, but you gotta earn your stripes, and you gotta be right to sit right here with Jay. You gotta earn your stripes. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna have a little fun. I think that'd be a great idea. So that's a great idea, Joelle. And even if you don't want to get on the microphone, you could come and support, cheer, laugh, whatever. That's a great idea. Jay, real quick, Las Vegas Aces.
Man,
the whole point of us, the reason why Jay's here, y'all, is and speaking of Afterpay. The reason why Jay's here is because we were supposed to be in Vegas right now.
We were supposed to be in Vegas. We were gonna go. We're like, the Aces gonna be in the finals for real.
We already knew the Aces.
We knew it.
We planned this months in advance. Aces being in the finals.
Look,
weren't y'all supposed to take a girls trip?
Right. They in New York right now though, so we would have been in Vegas like, oh.
But they would have came back.
Well, no, when? Because no, Sunday they just got to New York. We were gonna come on. We were gonna be there Saturday to like Tuesday or Saturday to Wednesday.
Oh, so they would have. We would have missed it.
Yeah, we would have missed it.
Yeah,
they
would have made sense.
It's hard to try to plan that timing, we were trying to.
But we were gonna do a sports media girls trip, girls in sports media. Yeah. Me, you, Ruth, and Alana, and then we all had like our lives completely fall apart in the past like 4 weeks.
We were like, dang, this really wasn't supposed to be right. We kept trying. We were like, okay, well, next time.
But I'm glad you're here. At being before we let you go, I want to give you your flowers, Jay, because you were the first black woman in San Antonio to host a sports radio show, and I don't think people give you enough credit for that.
Thank you.
And the reason why I say that is because we love sports. All of us love watching sports, but to put your own time, money, energy, behind getting a sports radio show, just to be a pioneer for black women who want to do this in this city and putting your name behind it. It takes a lot of hard work. I know firsthand, and I'm very,
we have plenty of talks.
We have plenty of talks, and I'm very, very proud of you. And I feel like because you were on Rock the Mic too, right?
Yeah,
in ESPN
with Mike Jimenez. I was the first runner-up, so he won, and I was right behind him.
You were the runner-up, right? Yep. And I feel like you did not get the shine within our community that you should have been given. So that's why you're here today, because we respect your opinion. You do a damn good job. I've seen how hard you work, and you're very, very talented. So here at VodPod Media, League of Our Own, you're definitely somebody in a League of Our Own, and we really, really love you, Jay.
Thank you, boo. Thank you.
What's next on the agenda?
Yes, so the Sports Senseis, we are getting back together. We are in 3 different time zones, and life has been lifing.
But real quick, for the people that don't know, what is the Sports Senseis?
Yes, the Sports Senseis, three women talking sports. If you know, senseis means like the teacher and I guess karate / whatever. But so we are getting back together. We have now joined Notoriety Marketing. We're working with Dylan to kind of promote us on our Facebook page and get it going and being out for ourselves. So be on the outlook soon. We are coming back to the game. We are excited to get back to the game. I'm excited to get back with the ladies and talk. We just have so much fun, and we're just supporting women and being out there and, honing our craft and just loving it. So I've been away for a while because life be lifing, but we are definitely getting back soon and super excited. So
yay! And where can everybody follow you at?
Yes, so on Facebook, on X now, aka Twitter, right? I'm like, what? I'm like, and Instagram at Janaea Nicole.
Thank you, Jay, for coming on. Always a pleasure. Hopefully you can come to our live show so people can come see you and meet you. We're planning a live show soon. I'm going to talk to Gylan about it. Jay, thanks for so much. Always a pleasure for coming on.
Yes, thank you for having me, CT.
Y'all, we're going to be back next week doing next week's stuff. So I'm working on doing 5 days out the week. I'll see you guys soon. Oh, and this Saturday, I'll be at Mission Pro Wrestling. This Sunday, I'll be at River City Wrestling. So I'm going to get my wrestling on. I'll see y'all there. Bye, guys. Love y'all.
Peace.